Kyle Souza looking the field over. Off the corner, up on the throttle. Green flag is out. The Sport 4 season is underway. And the 32 of Dave Simpson Jr. gets a good jump on the field. Here comes Pion in the zero. Trouble for Bolger as he slides up the racetrack and slows up off of turn number 2. 3 wide down the back straightaway as they fan themselves out as Hamilton holds on to second. Pion is third. Hayes is fourth. And here comes the 44 Levesque up on the outside. He's battling with Washburn for fifth down the back straightaway. Washburn on the inside as they play tag down into turn number 3. Off the corner they come. Dave Simpson Jr. leads the parade around the racetrack, looking for career win number 1. Down the back stretch he goes. Washburn trying the inside of Hayes down the back straightaway, but Dan in that 14 is able to hang on the inside. Here comes Westgate up on the outside as the 46 of Nick Giampa goes -1 to your leaders. Battle for fourth is what we're paying attention to now. Tyler DeHanchik sixth on the grid, right there in that number 48. The 13, trouble. Whoa, Hayes all sorts of crust up off of turn number 4. Westgate gets the run, and as he does that, the 48 takes a look to the outside. The 13 down to the inside there. Your defending champion, Mike LaForte, trying to work his way to the front of the field, working the inside of Tyler DeHanchik. That's the battle for fifth as they chase the 32 down into turn number 1. Dave Simpson Jr. continues to set the pace down the back straightaway over Jaden Hamilton. Pion is third. Westgate and Hayes, your top 5 as they race side by side. LaForte is on the charge. Westgate to the inside of Pion. Battle for third. He's trying to make his presence known in the top 3, and he's up on the podium. Seven laps up on the board in heavy lap traffic for your leader as they head down into turn 1 and 2. Dave Westgate is on the charge. He has moved himself up into second. Here comes Matt Pion in the zero to the inside. Battle for the lead. Westgate goes down to the inside, puts that Acura to the top of the leaderboard. Simpson falls back to second, shuts the door on Pion. Top 5 nose to tail down into turn number 3. The 13 has worked himself up into fourth. That is Mike LaForte, your defending champion. A lot of lap traffic, and you can see the difference in experience is between the drivers that have done this several times over the past few years and the rookies. Dave Westgate sets the pace. Dave Simpson sits second. Mikey LaForte third, down off of turn number 2. The zero of Pion is fourth, and the 0-4 of Jaden Hamilton rounds out the top 5. 6 is Tyler DeHanchik. Dan Hayes is 7th. Crystal Murray is 8th. 9th is Henry LaValle. Tim Bolger sits 10th. 11th is Austin Flanagan. Taylor Bowser 12th. Christine Cavallero, Caleb Marceau, and Kane Doobie are your top 15 cars. Doobie about to go -1 to your leader, and he does as the 13 of LaForte slides himself up into the second spot, and here comes DeHanchik down to the inside of Hamilton off of turn number 2. He's up inside the top 5 now. Westgate is checked out from the field and leads it by 8. Make it 10 car lengths down the back straightaway. LaForte has put some breathing room between he and the 32 of Simpson. The 0 of Pion sits third, but a lot of pressure from behind him. Tyler DeHanchik, that white and blue with the green stripe, number 48, takes a look down to the inside of Pion. That's the battle for fourth down the back straightaway. As your leader limps, trouble down off of turn number 2. The 89 of Henry LaValle, the 44 of Carlin Levesque get together. So be sure, after our winners go up to celebrate, take a moment, go up there and take some time with them, congratulate them, get your pictures taken up there as well. Field is just about set. Trying to sort out the lineup and get these cars back in their proper starting position. One car out of line, I believe that's Henry LaValle in the number 89, who, because he was one of those cars involved in the incident off of turn number 2, has got to go to the tail end of the field. So now the field is set, ready to go. We'll get the clinch green flag when they come back around. Dave Westgate and Mikey Lafort. At the top of the field, Dave Simpson Jr., Matt Pion, row number 2. Tyler DeHanchik and Jaden Hamilton, 5th and 6th. Looking for the green as they come off of turn number 4. Westgate jumps up on the throttle, gets a good jump over Lafort. DeHanchik has a little problem coming up to speed. That allows Pion to get a run on the outside as they go down the back straightaway. Simpson underneath Lafort. Battle for that number 2 position. DeHanchik gets it wound up. He's back up into the 4th spot, and here comes Crystal Murray. Big problems off of turn number 4 as it looks like the 67 of Austin Flanagan and the 7 of Taylor Bowser get together. Flanagan able to pull away under his own power. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Taylor Bowser, who has something leaking from underneath the... And here we go one more time, rolling off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle they come. Westgate and Lafort battle side by side down into turn number 1. Lafort sliding back just a little bit, but look at him close the gap up on the outside. They hit turns 3 and 4. He slides down to the bottom. Westgate trying to shut the door, and he does. Behind them, 4 cars battling for that number 3 position. The 32 sits 3rd. That is Dave Simpson Jr. The 48 is Tyler DeHanchik. The 0 is Matt Pion. The 38 is Crystal Murray. They roll off of 4, nose to tail, swapping the inside and outside lanes between the top 2. DeHanchik now finds himself in the number 3 position. Into 3 and 4 they go. Westgate continues to show the way around. 3rd place is the 48 of Tyler DeHanchik, looking for his first career Sport 4 win. He's come close, has not been able to close the deal. Then you've got Crystal Murray, the defending Triple Crown champion. Up front, Lafort takes a nosedive down underneath. Westgate shuts the door down into turn number 1. Top 3, nose to tail down in the 3rd corner. 18 laps will be complete when they come back around, and they continue to chase Dave Westgate. Lafort to the outside, tries to make the run around the long way around this racetrack. As they come off of turn number 2, Lafort still works that top lane. Side by side, here comes DeHanchik down low, closes right up on the back bumper, sneaks away that number 2 spot. Tyler DeHanchik up into the 2nd position. They come off of turn number 2, and Westgate pulls away by a car length and a half. And all of a sudden, here comes Crystal Murray into the fight as well. Tim Bolger, who had a problem on the opening lap, has worked himself back up into the top 5. Pion back to 6th. 7th is Westgate. LaValle up to 8th. 9th is Hayes. Hamilton rounds out the top 10. But keep your eyes on the battle up front because there's 9 laps remaining. And Westgate has his hands full. He's got the 48 of DeHanchik all over the back bumper as they hit heavy lap traffic off of turn number 4. 8 laps remaining, and Lafort has not gone quietly into that good night. He sits right on the tail end of that blue and white number 48 as they hit turn number 3. Westgate doing all he can to make it through the lap traffic cleanly. So far, he's been smooth as silk, as now he's able to put a car length between he and DeHanchik with 7 laps remaining. Into 3 and 4 they go. DeHanchik closes back up on the bumper, shuts the door on a hard-charging Lafort. Down to the bottom he goes. Westgate shuts the door. It's a chess game at the top of the leaderboard as they hit turn number 3. Westgate comes off of 4, and there are 5 laps remaining. Can he hold on for the final 5 with the pressure that he's got? DeHanchik is hungry, takes a look down to the inside. Contact is made. Westgate able to straighten the car out. DeHanchik trying to get the run, and here comes Lafort up on the outside. Westgate slammed the door on DeHanchik, And when they slowed up, Lafort wound up that top lane. He's looking for the lead off of turn number 2. Side by side, it's a 3 and 4. Westgate down to the inside. Lafort up top. And as they come off of 4, 3 laps remaining, and Lafort with the edge by a hair. They come off of turn number 2. Westgate trying to gather his thoughts, gather his rhythm, and get back to the top of the leaderboard. Lafort shuts the door, loose off the corner, 2 to go. Here comes the 49, back down to the inside of Lafort. They hit turn 1. Lafort's got a car length and a half. Make it 2 down the back straightaway. Dehanchik trying to get that final run to 3 and 4 as the white flag unfurls in the air. Mikey Lafort saw an opening, took advantage, and finds himself looking for win number 1 of the season on opening night. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Mikey Lafort sets the pace. Dehanchik tries one more shot at Westgate. He doesn't get it, and Lafort picks up round 1 of the Phils Propane Triple Crown Series. Second place going to Dave Westgate. Third to Tyler Dehanchik. Crystal Murray fourth, and Matt Pion rounding out the top 5. Right down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Picking up the win in the Phils Propane Triple Crown Series, round number 1. Your defending Sport 4 champion, back in Everett Auto Parts victory lane. It is Mikey Lafort.
Dave, a good run. Had the lead for a while. You and Tyler got into it. What happened there?
Yeah, that's not the finish I was looking for. I was just trying to hold the bottom. He got into my quarter there. He got me sideways. Something got after that. Something got bent or something. I could barely keep the car on the track. So it is what it is. We'll take it, you know.
A good job there. And I got some people to thank. This car was a rocket.
Yeah, I want to thank TFB Racing, Meeks Racing, Arthur, Midge, Nick, my fiance Amanda, my son Cody, my son Miles, everybody at TFB that helps out.
Good run, finishing second here tonight. Great way to open the season. We'll talk to our third place finisher, Tyler Dehanchik. We'll blame the starter stand for that one. Tyler, a good run. Hold on. We'll try this up here. Where are you? A good run for second tonight. Third, tell us about that run. What?
I kind of sent it in a little too much and kind of got caught up with them. I kind of feel bad, but I don't know.
It's got to feel real good coming out of here with a third place finish on opening night after a disappointing finish last year.
Yeah, definitely. The car's been really good so far, so let's hope for the best.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
I want to thank my sponsors, Phils Propane, Helga's House Coats and Power Equipment. I want to thank my brother, Kevin Casper, Billy, Jordan, my sister, my mother for support. And I also want to thank my grandfather, because without him, I wouldn't probably be driving today.
Congratulations. Third place finish for Tyler Dehanchik. And back in Everett Auto Parts victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the winner of round number 1 for the Phils Propane Triple Crown Series, Mikey Lafort. Mike, talk about being opportunistic.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun race. We knew it was going to be a little crazy out there. Dave's a great guy. Always runs me clean. So isn't Tyler. Great kid, runs me clean. Just had to be smart. I mean, I kind of waited a little long, waited. Finally, I said, it's time to get on it. Let's go.
When those two got together, what was going through your mind?
Put it to the wood. Straight to the front.
It's got to feel real good to kick off this season with a win.
Yeah, usually it's me and AJ at the battle, but he's over there somewhere. He didn't come. Hi, bud, wherever you are. I got to thank him. He actually gave me his backup car so I can put a motor in this, because last year I blew it up in the last race.
Well, I know you got some more people that have been behind you.
I got to thank Rich over at Helga's South Coast Power Equipment. Guy does a lot for us. Him and his family, little Richie, they're great people. I love them guys. Kevin Simpson, Kevin Woodruff at Simpson's Auto Care. Reckless Hobbies. And Reckless Hobbies is a new guy. He just came on this year. He's doing pretty good. King Lock, he's also a big part of us. The Woodruff brothers and all the fans that are here, of course. Chris, Randy, my son helps out, my daughter, my niece, my family, my sister, my daughter, my wife, my cousin, everybody that's over here. I know I forget somebody, a little Rowdy over there. Mom, Dad, Love you. I love everybody. Thanks for coming out after this crazy year.
All right, back in Everett's Auto Parts Victory Lane, ladies and gentlemen, picking up round one of the Phils Propane Triple Crown Series. Mike Ford, second place going to Dave Westgate, and Tyler DeHanchik finishing third.